The Jimmy Kimmel Live studio is electric. Lights glaring, crowd humming with anticipation. Clint Eastwood, well into his 90s, is the night's main guest. His presence alone is enough to hush the room. He's here to promote his latest film, a stark drama about a rancher fighting a corporate land grab. It's a story as much about the character as it is about Clint himself. The squint, the gravelly drawler, they're still lethal. But Clint's no fan of the talk show charade, the forced laughs, the rehearsed jokes. He agreed to this for one reason, to get the word out. Anything else? He's not playing. Backstage, tension simmers. Maggie, Clint's longtime assistant, stands watch like a sentinel. She already warned the producers, don't turn him into a circus act. They nodded, but she saw the glint in their eyes. They wanted a momentous something viral, something they could milk. But Maggie knows Clint. He doesn't bend. Not for studios, not for anyone. And they're about to learn that the hard way. In the green room, Clint nurses a black coffee, eyes on a monitor, as Jimmy Kimmel opens the show. Jimmy's in full form, skewering celebrity antics. The crowd roars. Clint doesn't blink. His fingers tap lightly on the armrest. Maggie notices a small signal. He's sizing it up like a gunfighter before a draw. They're going to try something, she mutters. A nearby stagehand shrugs, oblivious. The stage manager signals so it's time. Clint rises, straightens his jacket. No entourage, no fanfare, just him. As Jimmy raps a bit about some pop star's meltdown, he pivots with charm. The man, the myth, Clint Eastwood. The band plays a gritty riff. The crowd explodes. Clint walks out slow, deliberate. He shakes Jimmy's hand to a brief, iron gripper and sits. The air tightens. Jimmy starts. Safe, the new film. Loyalty, land. Clint leans in, his voice low and rough. He speaks about fighting for what's right, about not rolling over. Every word lands. The audience is with him. But Jimmy shifts, chasing a lighter tone. He tosses a quip about Clint's cowboy days. Still ride horses? Clint's answer is clipped. The crowd chuckles, but there's an edge, a warning. Jimmy doesn't catch it. He reaches for a story, an old bar fight from Clint's western days. Clint's eyes narrow. Didn't happen, he says, flat. The crowd stirs, uneasy laughs rippling. Jimmy grins, trying to smooth it over. Then he does it. He pulls out a prop, a tacky cowboy hat. Come on, Clint. One shot for the fans, he says, waving it. The crowd claps, egging it on. Clint doesn't move. Put that away, he says. Not loud, but every word slices clean. The room goes still. Jimmy laughs nervously. All right, no hats tonight. He tosses it aside. But the tension hangs like a storm cloud. Maggie watches from the wings, jaw tight. Tell them not to push him, she mutters. The control booth debates cutting to commercial, but the director waves it off. The drama is too good. Jimmy tries to pivot back to the film. Let's talk about the story, he says, voice a little too bright. Clint leans forward again, but this time his words dig deeper. It's about people who don't roll over, who don't play dress up for laughs. A jab. It lands. The crowd feels it. Scattered claps, gasps. Jimmy's smile is cracking. He tries another topic. Clint interrupts. I came here to talk about something real, not be your sideshow. Murmurs ripple. Some fans cheer. Some whisper. Jimmy falters. He looks to the floor producer for help. They signal to wrap. But Clint's not finished. I've been in this game longer than you've been alive, he says. I don't need to play your games. The audience splits. Half cheer, half boo. Jimmy leans in, his grin tight. We're just having fun, Clint. No need to get heated. Clint scoffs. Fun? This? He gestures at the lights, the set. This isn't fun. This is a joke. His voice climbs just enough to fill the space. Backstage, producers panic. Ratings are spiking, but this is slipping. The director's tempted to let it ride. Maggie's pacing. She knew this was coming. Jimmy tries again. What's your favorite old role? Clint cuts him off. You don't get it. This isn't about me. It's about respect for the work, for the people watching. Cheers and boos roar. The crowd is on fire. Jimmy leans in sharply. Clint, we're giving the fans what they want. They want the legend. Wrong move. Clint leans closer, deadly calm. They don't want a clown, they want the truth. A heckler shouts from the back. The spell breaks. Jimmy jumps on it. All right, quick break, he shouts. The band plays loud, but it can't drown the chaos. Clint stays seated, still, eyes locked on Jimmy. A challenge. The cameras roll. Maggie's muttering. The director's torn. This is television gold, but it's off the rails. During the break, chaos reigns. Jimmy paces. Clint sips water, unmoved. Fans shout from the front row, "You're the man, Clint." He gives them a slight nod. Maggie watches. Ready. The show comes back live. Jimmy tries again. We're back with the one and only Clint Eastwood. His voice lighter. He asks about cinematography, hoping to reset. Clint answers, then pivots. "You know what's wrong with places like this?" he says. "You think it's all about flash, about making noise. You forget what's real." Crowd shifts. Some clap, some squirm. Jimmy keeps his cool. "But this is entertainment, right? People want a show." Clint doesn't flinch. They want honesty, not some polished lie. It hits. The audience roars, half cheering, half booing. Jimmy's grip tightens on the desk. The control booth signals him to move on, but Jimmy digs in. "Look, Clint, you're a legend. But you're on my stage." Clint narrows his eyes. "Your stage? I'm here because I chose to be, not to dance for you." The crowd erupts. Jimmy stands. "How about respecting the people who invited you here?" Clint stands, too. Calm, towering. Respect is earned, not bought with lights and applause. The room goes berserk. Cameras rolling. Jimmy's show has become Clint's reckoning. Jimmy laughs, tense. "All right, Clint, you've made your point." He tries to rally applause. The floor producer signals security. One guard approaches. "Sir, let's take a walk," the guard says, cautious. Clint turns, his voice low. "Don't." The guard stops. Maggie steps in. "He'll leave when he's ready." Clint raises a hand, quiets her. He looks to Jimmy, to the crowd. "I said what I came to say." Final. He walks off, slow, purposeful. The audience is thunderstruck. Jimmy stands alone, forcing a smile. "Well, a broken bar, that was something, huh?" The band scrambles. The show limps on. But the night belongs to Clint. Outside, the internet explodes. Clips everywhere. Fans divided. Critics debating. In the green room, Clint grabs his coat. Maggie at his side. "Tell them not to push you," she says. Clint nods. Already done with it. He didn't just leave a talk show, he drew a line. One Hollywood won't forget.